What is up, PRFFFFLMP2ers? We are back with a very special, very special, very special week. And a very special guest. We've got the one and only Aaron Winarowski.
Hello,
What's
thank you
going
for
on,
having
Aaron?
And
It's an
some of
honor
you
to
may have
have
already
you.
seen it, but Sam asked Aaron to put together a little message from our very own Uncle Dewey. And if you haven't watched it, you definitely should because it is something to behold.
Yep. It'll be a nice little precursor for what's about to come here.
Yeah,
So it's
good
it's
little
the
tease.
appetizer, the juicy appetizer before the main course.
that's right. When we're very excited, so we do have some vampiring to happen, but we're gonna wait and hold that for the end, so you guys have to watch all the way through the video to be able to know
Yeah, you,
who gets stolen. We can't have you clicking off the video too fast. We need to get our analytics up or something
yeah,
like
you
that.
definitely can't just scroll to the end of the video.
No,
That's not
can't do that.
possible.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you
Um,
see, you just tried it and you weren't able to.
that's right. Well,
So I'm
then
gonna do
without,
that like at the beginning before we do it. So maybe it'll trick somebody. But
yeah,
yeah,
hopefully so. Well, without further ado, let's just get this thing rolling, all right?
let's do it.
Oh, that wasn't what I wanted.
What a great background, Trevor.
Thank you.
There you go.
This is a picture
I'm
that
glad you did.
it's
I'm glad you
very
didn't have something like super embarrassing.
yeah, that'd be super embarrassing if I did. It's like a picture of me. That's
Naked.
it.
Yeah.
Just a naked picture of me as my background.
Yep.
All right. So where do you want to start this week?
Let's start at the top.
All right.
Do it.
Let's start with Trevor in the Hollywoods.
That's right. Good week for the Trevor team Trevor for the Trevored. Rough week. Actually, I would
Hmm.
not even a rough week. It just was a week for the Hellywoods. He technically played above his projection. Um,
Yep.
some tough breaks though from Zach's side. The big part was he didn't start a defense. So that
Well, he
definitely
did. They just didn't play.
that's fair. That's fair. That didn't help. Now granted. He was gonna need like 27 points from his defense, 28 points. So probably wasn't the game defining
Yeah.
mistake.
Right.
Um, I think the big thing, right, is that like Garrett Wilson went down and then Tyrone Tracy laid an
And
egg.
Tyron Tracy just barely even played.
Yeah. When at this point, I mean, it's not only that Tyrone Tracy didn't play, it's that Tyrone Tracy has pretty much succeeded all of his snaps, succeeded, right? Seceded? Yeah, there we go. To Cam Skataboo.
Seceded. Yeah.
Yeah. Who popped
Hmm.
off and had
Who's
three
on your team?
touchdowns, and he's on my team. So, uh, the 30 bomb definitely helped ease up some other lackluster performances by,
Hmm.
Travis and Jameer and Shakir and Flower. Really, mainly everybody except for Jaden Daniels, who stunk.
Hmm.
My defense popped off. My kicker did well. And then it was just kind of Cam and then this tight
Tight
end
end
that I picked
replacement did
up.
well.
Yeah, my Brock Bowers replacement.
hmm
Yeah. What do you think here, Aaron?
I think your defense did well. 16 points from defense, I would say is
Yeah,
good.
that's always a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I mean, who does Hollywood have for does he have anyone else that could replace that running back, Tyrod
Basial
Tracy?
Tootin.
Oh.
Tough, yeah. Um
Tootin.
Tootin.
He
Well, so
stinks.
here's the thing. From his running backs, actually, he's got Ashton Genty and Kenneth Walker. This is his flex spot. And so with Reshi Rice coming back next week, he can actually
Right.
play. He's got a reasonable person to put in that slot.
I'm
Yeah.
always scared.
Now
I'm always scared to play like
the real question is, will Zach change anything
It,
about his lineup?
Tough to know. I mean, I would hope he does because I think he's got a team capable of getting some more dubs, you know?
I'm always scared to play like Chiefs wide receivers because they just pass the ball around so much.
It's true. It's true.
Hmm.
And you never
You
know
never know
which
who's going
one's
to go
going to
off.
score.
Hmm
But I do feel like since Rashee Rice has been like so anticipated, I kind of feel like they're gonna force it to him a little bit this next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. He's a pretty good, I think he's pretty underrated. He was having a pretty big year last year.
Yeah, before he
Um,
broke his leg.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was gnarly.
Yeah.
hmm I really like, Drake May's been a really good surprise this year. I
Hmm.
think I said that every week. And then Brian Thomas Jr., Drake May number 6 overall. That's crazy.
I know.
Then Brian Thomas Jr. has been doing a lot better recently,
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
Slow start, but he's
Um,
picked it up.
yeah. But yeah, Scadaboo was a lot to overcome for
The
Zach,
scat
even with the
man.
good. Yeah. Man, look at those numbers. It's
Here's the
good.
thing that I think is crazy, right? It's Cam Scatterby, the 33 ranked fantasy running back or fantasy player. And then we look at Ashton
hmm
Genty. Cam Scatterby's outplaying Ashton Genty, and Ashton Genty was like a first round draft pick, and Scatterby
hmm
was like an eighth round, maybe, like kind of I think I picked him up off waivers.
Yeah, that's
Fourth
great.
or fifth round.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
He's
talking
on
about
pace.
fantasy? Yeah. hmm
Scadaboo is on pace to be a top 10 draft pick next year, like in
Yeah, he
fantasy.
is. Isn't that crazy?
hmm Yeah.
hmm
It's wild. The scat man
All right.
himself. As
Let's.
long as he keeps the CTE at bay, he's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, that might be difficult.
Yeah. No defense can stop him, but we know a
Yeah.
brain condition that can. Next up we got Sam and the Space Truckers. Now, Sam, tell us what happened here.
That was a pretty crazy matchup.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
let's
good.
see. So when you look at it, like, I had Mahomes and Pickens went off. Pickens is like, dude, loving this guy.
I
I
know you
hated the
love George
pick at
Pickens.
first, but now he's got to be my best player, right? I mean, he and Mahomes are like my two best players.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
but you know what? I thought I had this game in the bag, and then Bijan Robinson just went off for
Yeah,
Jacob. Um,
Mhm.
I think this was the highest scoring matchup of the whole week
I think that's right. Yeah.
in the
Wait,
league.
look.
Um,
Mm,
yeah,
technically, I
maybe
think this
that
was
one's
higher.
about the same, maybe a little bit higher,
It
but
was technically a little
yeah,
higher,
some
but very
two,
close.
yeah, um, just a lot of points scored in this one.
Yeah.
Eddie Pinheiro was a really big pickup for me. I was pretty happy with
Yeah.
that. McBride, Bill Krosky, I just can't figure him out.
No, no one
Um,
can.
yeah, uh, yeah, but I mean, look, Jacob's team is a lot more consistent across the board. I just had a
Hmm.
couple of players that had huge days.
Yeah. Well, Ladd finally picked it up. Ladd had really a pretty lackluster season, and then he finally got in the end zone.
hmm And then Jalen Waddle's been really good since Tyreek Hill went down.
Yeah.
Um, Bijan Robinson's gonna be he's gonna be crazy every week. Even Tyler Algier, he went with both Atlanta running backs this week,
Yeah, and
and
Algier
they
had
did
a good week too.
really well.
That's the best thing, right? If you can get the handcuff and play them both, right?
hmm
When I saw Bijan's numbers from this week, I didn't catch the game on Monday. I
Yeah.
literally thought it was like photoshopped. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Dude,
200 and something yards?
that game was wild.
Yeah.
Bijan
170
Robinson and
yards.
Drake
Yards, that's
London
crazy.
went just crazy.
Yeah. And Drake London might come back to, we might talk about that a little later. Drake London.
I
You
still
know?
like
Yeah, Drake London.
for sure, yeah. I still can't believe like I don't remember who it was, but somebody was talking about like is Bijan Robinson really worth a first round pick? Yes, clearly yes.
The
I
answer is
mean,
yes. I think it
he's
was probably
insanely
me.
good.
I've been kind of dogging on Bijan, but I mean, he's a top
It may
10
have been
fantasy
the
player,
fact,
right?
yeah, yeah. I'm surprised that he's only ranked 10th overall because it seems like he's going off every single week.
Yeah.
He's
I
just a
think
workhorse.
it's actually when you look at it though, because this is points scored, not points per game. Because he had
Yeah,
that early buy, I bet he's much higher actually in points per game.
probably.
Because most teams haven't had their buy yet.
Yeah. Um, Jacob ran into a little bit of bad luck. I mean, that was a good week for his team.
Yeah.
His team's actually been pretty decent recently. I think. I mean,
Yeah.
He's got a lot of good players over there. It's just he's sitting at 2-4. So
Yeah. If only the trade for Roma Dunze had gone through.
He
you know how we
maybe
feel about trades.
Yeah.
what was Bo Nix? Has he been doing good? Like he
Not
might need a new
really.
he might need a new QB.
Yeah,
Well,
Bo Nix
he's
has
got
had a
two.
lackluster. I mean, he's had two
Yeah.
really good weeks, and
Mhm.
then a lot of unassuming weeks.
Yeah, he's not playing Cincinnati every week. That's his problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That
he does have two quarterbacks on his bench. He's got Tua Tagovailoa and he's got Josh Johnson. Um,
Yeah.
Josh Johnson's doing a lot of work on this bench, man.
man, I just can't wait for Josh Johnson to step in and play.
What what is his? We can move on. I'm gonna look up the percentage of fantasy leagues that someone has Josh Johnson on their team.
I mean, it's zero, right?
It's
0.1.
got to be zero.
He's I'm in another league that's like 30 men deep, and I don't even know if anyone has it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Josh,
Now,
here,
this
you
is
get
the
can you see
Baja
this?
Blasting of the week, I believe. Is that correct?
This is the Baja Blasting of the week. That was
Yeah, I think
a
yeah,
64.34
yep, it says-
margin.
This is crazy.
What happened
you
here?
can-
Was that a last second decision? Does anybody know?
I think that was no,
Yeah, I
I
do
think
know. Saturday night is they announced it.
Okay.
He had time. I mean, Saturday around 8 p.m. is when they said Kyler Murray was out the next
Yeah.
day.
And he must have
Yeah,
just
this
set his
is more of
roster
a
and then not looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is more of a didn't check the last minute type thing, I think.
Yeah, but to be fair, even if he starts
Yeah, he would have
Bryce
lost.
Young, it doesn't fix our issues here.
No. No.
Um,
By the way, Josh Johnson owned in 0% of fantasy leagues.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Jacob has to be the only person that has him.
Surely
And like
someone's like I would
I
believe
don't
someone's
how,
related to Josh Johnson and they've drafted him.
Jacob must be related because he's got to be the only one. Why would anybody draft him? I don't. It's not even like Josh Johnson would not have been auto drafted by
No,
Jacob.
no, he would not.
So I don't know. Like,
He went
why
out
did
of
he
his way
pick
for that
him?
one.
It's a great mystery of
It's
the
not even a
season.
silly name. If you're gonna do that, Jacob, do something with a silly name.
That's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it says Johnson. Maybe that he just liked that it said Jay Johnson. I don't know.
That's
Maybe.
true. Maybe it's a little silly, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
sorry to
he
get
also
off
got
track.
the what? Now, did he go down in game? Was that No, he didn't practice, right?
I think that's today.
Oh,
Thursday at 7:02. So it was really late. It was like an hour before the game on
yeah.
Thursday.
So I'm
He
not
was
surprised he
in-
didn't get that one.
Yeah.
He
And he
got
would've-
a
He didn't really have anybody.
lot.
Yeah, I mean, he could have bumped. No, he didn't have a lot going on.
I mean, he could have gotten to 75, 80. One out of one.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. But
He could have gotten
Matt had a good week this week.
You did, yeah.
Levi, you got to get Josh Jacobs back. Put Josh Jacobs in over Ramondre.
Yep.
But Matt with the clutch pickup of Rico Dowdle.
Yeah,
I love
That
how,
might be one of the best waiver wire pickups
Oh, yeah.
this year.
I love how he's still playing Kyle Pitts and got him 3.3, but it's working for him.
that's the Kyle Pitts problem.
Yeah.
Can't win with him, can't win without him. And then, yeah, I mean, good gracious, Josh Jacobs on the bench. How did he get stuck on the bench?
He had a bye week last week.
Oh, and he just didn't look at it probably.
Yep.
Tough.
All right, let's do the weekly tradition. Look at that quarterback on Matt's bench.
Oh,
Let's all say it together.
nobody beats
Nobody
Goff.
Beat Goff.
Except for the call from New York that said he didn't score a touchdown. I'm not bitter.
Yep. Matt's 6-0. He's undefeated.
That's
All
right. That's right. That's
Let's keep
actually the
moving.
key to winning fantasy football is just drafting Jared Goff. You don't have to
Draft
play him,
Jared
but you
Goff.
do have to draft him.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's skip the Mitchell and Uncle Dewey
Sure.
matchup. Let's go to Aaron and Josiah. So Aaron, we'll let you take over here. Talk about what happened.
I mean, the obvious thing is Puka and Amika both got hurt in
Mm,
game,
it's
and so
tough.
they each got me
Yeah,
three. Whereas like Amika, you can usually count on for 20 plus. Puka, you can
hmm
count on for 20 plus. That's kind of the backbone of my team. Derrick Henry, I thought did okay. I mean, 13.5. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Travion Henderson, I thought he would do better considering what's his name got hurt. Um, the
Tyler Warren
other
had another big week.
Tyler Warren did good. Yeah, I think, and then Cam Little like he made that 70-yarder in preseason and then forgot how to kick.
Yeah, tough.
So I don't know. It's one of those things where do I cut him or I mean his other numbers were decent, so maybe I'll just ride it out. But kind of a
Yeah,
tough break for me this week. I've had some heartbreakers this fantasy
Yeah.
season.
How do you feel
you
about
have been very
Travion
unlucky.
Henderson?
Travion Henderson, I think I'm waiting for him to go off, and he's not. But I don't think I have a ton of other great options.
Yeah.
hmm
Travion, I think, was the most, well, aside from Ashton Genty, like one of the most kind of anticipated running backs on the season for the rookies.
hmm
Yeah,
He was the
and
guy
especially
people,
with the I can't think of his name, but the running back that got hurt last week from New England.
Ramondre Stevenson,
Yeah,
yeah.
uh, no, it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't
or
him.
no?
It's the other one.
I don't know who
They
the
they
other.
had
I don't know.
three. They had three backs, and basically one got hurt.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
was like, okay, they'll play because basically my dilemma is it's always between Henderson and Pacheco, and I
Yeah.
tend to trust like the young rookie going to figure it
Sure.
out before
hmm
Pacheco getting touchdowns. So I'm kind of in a tight
Yeah,
spot
that's
there.
tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one to. That's a bit of a
So here's a
bind you
question
found
for you:
yourself. Now, how do you feel
Does
about
it?
Danny Dimes sitting here on your bench? Indiana
I
Jones.
should have started him.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't start him was just simply the fact that Justin Herbert was going against Miami.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw what
fair.
Mhm.
The Colts did week one. But this week, Colts take on Chargers in real life, and I think I got to go with my guy,
Yeah.
Indiana
For
Jones.
sure.
I
Indiana
think I
Does it
have
Jones.
make
to.
it any? So it wouldn't have mattered because you still would have lost had you started Indiana Jones. But does it make it any better that you lost to the team that has Jonathan Taylor? Does that kind
I
of
think it
soften the
does.
blow? You're like, oh, my boy Jonathan Taylor did good.
I think it does. Because I root for Colts in real life first.
Yeah, right,
Yep,
right.
good
Look
man.
at Jonathan Taylor here. I feel like he has been subtly the number three running
Yeah.
back or the number three player on the season.
He's MV. He
Yeah.
should be in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, I mean
I
he's
literally
having
texted him. I texted my brother this morning. I said if I could go back in time for all my fantasy leagues, I would have drafted Jonathan Taylor. I mean, over Derrick Henry.
yeah,
I mean, he's gone off this year.
yeah, he
hmm
has. Now he is also again remember he's six for six on games, so he hasn't had his bye yet. So his numbers are maybe a little inflated, but he's still having a monster season regardless.
hmm
Now, Aaron, maybe you can answer this. This is more of a football than a fantasy football question. Um, what is it about I guess it wasn't you, but so last season, was it last maybe 2 seasons ago, Jonathan Taylor dropped the ball before he ran in the end zone. Is that right?
Yeah, it was last season.
Yeah, and then
It was
this
against.
season we had someone do that as well.
Demarcado.
DeMarcado, yeah. And who were they playing? Were they playing the Colts or no?
This is the Titans.
That's right. That's
Titans.
yes. That's how they lost to the Titans. That's right.
A
Uh
Colts player did it as well 2 weeks ago too.
yes,
Yeah, it
well
was
he
Josh
like
Downs.
bobbled it, right?
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
Bob
yeah.
Mitchell, Adonai Mitchell. Yeah.
So
He's
I
been
figured that you
fantastic.
would be more adequately equipped to explain the concept of why someone would drop the ball before they would run into the end zone, having seen it a few times from your own team.
You know what's the funniest thing? I think I was at that game.
Were you?
I think
No
I
way.
was. I think I
How
was.
mad were you?
I think I was really mad. I think I was upset. Um, when it happens to your own team, there's no like you almost need to literally how they say touch grass. You almost like literally need to go to a creek and
Hmm.
like put your feet in or something. You need to
Just
like
lay in, let all your sins wash away.
That's basically what you have to do. Why does it keep happening? Why does it keep happening?
And here's the thing. We're not even at college. Like, I can get it at college. Guys haven't played enough games. They haven't matured, right? In
Mhm.
the NFL, no one should ever drop the
Hmm.
ball before they get into the end zone. Ever.
Well,
No.
and the crazy thing, so when Jonathan Taylor did it, obviously, it was a big deal, but people said, it's Jonathan Taylor. Nothing's going to come of it. He wasn't disciplined in any way.
Yeah.
But when you have Adonai Mitchell, when he was at Texas a few years ago, he was monstrous for that offense. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
Adonai Mitchell when he was at
Mhm.
Texas, but when he has come to the NFL, they say he does great in practice. They say he does great. He's making all these wild plays, but it is not translating.
Mm.
And dropping it and having it roll back in the end zone is why the Colts lost that game
Yeah.
um, to the Rams. I mean, stuff like that can ruin your career.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
He's been benched since. I
Yeah.
mean, he may get off the team. So, um, yeah.
Well, that's even like DeMarcada from last week. I mean, he was getting reamed. I don't think he's touched the ball since then,
Hmm.
and he, I think there's this element that coaches are a little not inclined to pick you up, right? They're just going to be like, no, we don't need you, you
Yeah.
know, unless you're Jonathan Taylor, obviously. But if you're like a mid-level running back, what are they gaining by picking you up,
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
thought
Losing balls is never a
Justin
good
Fields
thing.
had a very bad. When I saw Justin Fields on that Sunday, I think he played Sunday morning game. I
Mhm.
think he was in London. And I said, "Oh man, I might have a shot here." And then it all fell apart.
He was
Yeah.
horrible.
Now, I will say I'm
The Jets have
impressed that Justin Fields came out with positive stats when you factor in that he went for -10 passing yards.
yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's get moving on, guys. We got more business to get to.
That is
Well,
true. We got to get to the
How much time do we have left, Trevor? Can you
it
see it?
hasn't said 10 minutes yet, so that means
Okay,
we're
I think we're
we're
good.
doing good.
We'll burn through these next one.
Now we got the J team, the J boys, the J
Can this
The
train.
be
Dub
the
team.
Baja Blast of the Week Part 2? Because I feel like Andrew deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Um,
he got roasted.
yeah, I mean, where to
He didn't
begin
have
with this
one.
one?
Andrew didn't have one player score double digits.
Tough
Wow.
That's
week.
brutal.
Not even Saquon.
Matthew
And
Stafford had a
and with
bad
Rice coming
week.
back, I don't know if Worthy, I mean, I feel like it's not going to get better.
Yeah, I mean he was saved by a touchdown this week. Otherwise, he only
Yeah.
had like 3 points. Goodness gracious,
Sutton, I mean,
that's
Sutton needs to do better than that. Sutton is struggling this season, and I'm not sure why. Like, he should be doing better than that. Maybe it's Bo Nix. I
yeah,
don't know.
Well, I also
that's
think
rough.
it's tough seeing like Zach Charbonnet here on your starting
Yeah,
line.
I was about to say that his running backs outside of Barkley is just kind of brutal.
Yeah.
Who's he have on his bench? Anybody?
Uh,
Jalen Warren,
Not really.
Will
yes.
Shipley. I mean, he's going with the Eagles guy there. I respect
He's
that,
pretty
but
rough. What's his
I
record?
mean,
I
he's
think he
3-3.
3-3, yeah. He's
I
fighting
think
for
he's
his playoff
lost three
life.
in a row. He started off 3-0, I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that, but I mean,
I'm
obviously
trying,
losing
I'm trying to
Lamar
think what he could
hurts.
do. I'm trying to think what he could do to make his roster better, but I'm kind of blanking.
Yeah,
Yeah, mainly I think
he
it's
need.
if he had drafted better players.
Yep.
He needed Goff. I mean, you got
Yes, that's
Stafford,
true.
he needed Goff.
Yeah. I mean, Stafford's having a really good year. I mean, just that game against Baltimore was brutal for both teams.
Yeah.
That was a boring game to watch. Um, yeah, I mean, just not. I don't even want to talk about Andrew's team. That's bad.
It's fair. Well, let's just
Andrew should
move
also be
past it.
losing a player to Uncle Dewey this week just because of how bad it did, but that would probably make the Dewey worse.
Yeah, who would Uncle Dewey take here, actually?
It's Lamar.
Oh
I
gosh.
see that it's Lamar. Lamar. Now I'm seeing Lamar was out. Okay, that makes a little more sense. That's how he's beating people.
Yeah, but I mean, could you imagine if he'd played Uncle Dewey and Uncle Dewey took Saquon?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
that'd be
Good. To
awesome.
be fair, Saquon has really had a lackluster season for Saquon standards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But who
But
would the
regardless,
what other two players would you want to take out of those out of that lineup? Like
Hunter Henry,
Hunter Henry, maybe.
maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I'd maybe do Sutton, maybe.
Yeah.
Or
I
yeah,
mean, we love to roast Andrew, right? But
yeah,
like, I feel bad for him. This is a really brutal week for his team.
Hmm.
yeah.
I pity Andrew, which actually may be lower than being made fun of, but I'll let him determine that. But that's just that's a rough week
Tough.
for Andrew. That's brutal to look at.
It's tough.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
now some good fortune has been due for Tanner. Tanner's had some rough go of it in fantasy. Um,
Hmm.
so Christian McCaffrey going up. Scroll back up there, Trevor.
Yeah.
Um, Christian McCaffrey had a really good week. Again, he's had a great year. Um, JMO went off. Dicker the kicker had a great game. Um, AJ Brown actually got double digit points. Jordan Love played good. So yeah, Tanner had a good week. Happy to see that. I think what's Tanner's record sitting at? Is he 2 and
3-3.
4? No, he's 3 and 3.
Yep.
Okay. No.
Tough. Well, I
Yeah.
think Tanner's gonna turn it around. All right, we got one more. We just hit 10 minutes, so we'll hit this one
Okay.
quick, and then we can get to the good part.
All right, another high scoring matchup. Defending champion Paul 0 and 6 to start the year.
He did good.
Is he cursed?
He did great.
Is this the GDC, the Golden Dewey Curse?
Maybe.
I mean, he didn't start
Maybe.
tight end, so
To be fair, I will
Yeah.
say this. I was on the same boat where like this game just happened and all of a sudden Dalton Kincaid wasn't playing
gotcha.
because
Yeah.
it was yeah,
It
he
was
was
a late
inactive at
inactive.
5:50 on Monday.
Oof.
And the game started at I
Mhm.
think 7, but like I didn't get a chance to look at it
But
and
that's not enough
I played
time.
him in another league. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's rough for him. I don't think he would have really had
Yeah, I
anybody
mean, he
with
could have started Evan
Ingram
Ingram,
7
but that's
points.
not going to fix it.
No. But I mean, really good all the way around. You have to feel good about what Jamar Chase was able to do with Joe
Mhm.
Flacco. Personally, I think at least last week it looks like the Joe Flacco trade might work some wonders for the Bengals offense. Um, and for fantasy purposes for Chase and Higgins, I think they're in a better spot than they were.
Yeah.
Um, but Paul had a good week, just ran into the buzzsaw over there
Mhm.
of Cody.
The 3-3 buzzsaw known as the Daring Diggers.
Yeah, he dug him into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
So Dak had a great game.
DeAndre
JSN
Swift.
had a huge game. Swift was massive. He had that big touchdown.
Yeah.
Look at Cody with the waiver wire pickup of Kamani Vital.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
How about that? Great move, Cody. Well done.
You know,
Yeah.
if we're talking about guys with funny names, back to Jacob, Theo Johnson is funny because if you look at it real quick, it just says the Johnson.
That is funnier.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's
So,
hilarious.
so maybe trade for
yeah, if he could make a trade for the Johnson, I think he should.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, but great week for Cody.
yeah, great
I
week, but I
like
don't want to
I
talk about
like
this
Cody's
anymore.
team. I think Cody can make a run for the championship. I
Yeah,
think
and
he
he's
Okay.
got Nico Collins on bye too, so he has good players.
can.
And Bucky, Bucky will come back,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
but I
All
don't care
right.
about any of this. Let's get to the good part.
This is what we all been waiting for.
The people have been clamoring for
Yeah.
Vampire
So if you
Dewey to make
haven't
his first dub.
watched the video yet, go ahead and watch it. If you want an analysis of the game, Vampire Dewey breaks it down for you in the video. So go watch it. Pause this, come back here. I'm not going to let you skip. Do not skip to the end. It won't work. See,
Right.
I told you that I was going to say that again to make it look like it didn't work, but I don't know if anybody will get the joke. But anyway, should we get right to it?
You want me
Let's
to
do
spin,
it.
or do we want to talk about it first? Well, I'll give the brief rundown.
Yeah, give a brief
Yep.
rundown.
Golden Dewey came in, Vampire Dewey came in here and just beat Mitchell's little butt. So we voted, and by we I mean some people voted. Not everyone voted. Also, again, it was supposed to be a select three. Some people just picked one and moved on with their day. That's all fine. At the end of the day, I think the three best players were selected. We had Josh Allen, Drake London, and Javonte Williams. So now we have a wheel. We're gonna spin this wheel, and the Golden Dewey Vampire Man will take either Drake London, Javonte Williams, or Josh Allen. Do you guys
Oh,
see
I'm
the
so
screen?
scared.
Are you all
Yep,
ready?
I
Here
can
we
see it.
go.
I'm so scared.
Drum roll, please. Uh,
There. Oh,
Josh
Oh
Allen
no!
has
Oh
been
no,
has been
Mitchell!
taken.
Oh, Mitchell!
Congratulations.
which is the funniest thing that could happen.
It is. It
Mitchell,
is.
be careful what you wish for. You
All
said
right.
it week one. You were done with Josh Allen, and now you're really done with him.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So
Oh my gosh.
Josh Allen is coming in and joining Vampire Dewey.
Oh
We may
no.
have dodged a bullet there, to be honest. If Javonte Williams had slotted for Kareem Hunt, I might
Yeah.
have been in some real trouble.
Oh my goodness. Mitchell, I'm so sorry. Um,
And so who does he have? Michael Penix?
so, so how does this work, Trevor? Do we make a trade or do I just
You
what?
just take him.
Okay.
I mean, you can trade someone. You can trade him, somebody if you want. You can trade him Arizona defense.
We'll
Pretty
figure it
much,
out.
you just send the worst player on your roster.
I think you
in
should
it.
just set a precedent so it's the same each week. If it's like defense, maybe it just stays defense or something. That way we're not accidentally giving someone.
Oh yeah, but I meant like just you always give them like the worst player or the worst
Gotcha.
like maybe he gets a defense he wants.
Oh, that could be something.
Yeah, I mean who's to say? But yeah, we'll probably send Arizona defense if I had to guess because they're very bad. Um, so Mitch loses Josh Allen. Tough
Mitchell,
week
I'm
for
so
Mitch.
sorry.
Very tough week for Mitch. Now there's a lot we can talk about in this, but I actually just want to skip some of that and go straight to these standings because there's some interesting things here in these standings.
Can I say too?
Yeah.
Today is also happy anniversary, Mitchell and
Oh,
Holly.
gosh.
Today's their wedding anniversary. What a better gift
Happy
than
anniversary.
to make a sacrifice to Vampire Dude. Mitchell,
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Mitchell, maybe just don't watch this video until tomorrow.
Yeah, just look at your team
Too
and
late to
just
say
all of a
that?
sudden something will have changed. So
I
look
feel
at this
bad.
stat. This is actually the most insane thing I've ever seen. So
Hmm.
Vampire Dewey has scored 469 points, but he has only had 438 points scored against him. That is the
500.
second
Yeah, 500.
lowest, the third
Yeah.
lowest. But I mean, it's
Uh-huh.
way down. I mean, it seems like
Mhm.
everyone's teams they're just all laying eggs when they play against him.
That is
Mhm.
fascinating, huh?
And
Cody
usually,
was the only team to really blow him out. Matt
yeah,
had a pretty comfortable win too,
yeah,
but every other week has been close.
yeah, yeah. It's just wild seeing a team with so little points scored actually get a dub.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Because he very easily could be looking at Zach, where he's had 672 points scored against and not been close in any games.
That's a
But
good point.
So do we think how much do we think Josh Allen helps the Vampire?
he's got to, right? I mean,
He will
I
help.
mean, because he's doing pretty good with Jackson Dart.
yeah,
I mean,
but
Josh
like,
Allen will certainly help, but
I
how?
do. I think that hold on, let me pull up the matchups.
So Trevor, I will say you are getting lucky because Buffalo's on a bye this week, so you don't
Yeah.
actually have to go up against Josh Allen.
Yeah, instead I have to go up against Jackson Dart.
Yeah,
You did
Um,
you get lucky there.
but like the thing is that the upside of Jackson Dart is like 24 points, right?
hmm
Whereas the
Yeah.
upside for Josh Allen is 40.
yeah.
True.
I think the like potential to just go take over and win someone's whole week is worthwhile.
Yeah. You
So
just
here,
also feel more
here-
comfortable with
yeah.
Josh Allen.
Certainly. Yeah.
So here's the thing. So with the Vampire Dude, like if we're gonna move Josh Allen over, he's gonna have three quarterbacks on the team. Like,
Yeah.
do I drop one? Do I drop Aaron Rodgers? You
I
know,
think you'd probably drop somebody.
yeah. I mean, as the manager of the Vampire Dude, like I don't want to just like hoard players that other teams might need.
Yeah.
But I'm also not in the business of helping other teams get better because